Is there any school of thought that says that Eddie's methods are now outdated? Something we discussed earlier in the year around, this mind games, for want of a better word, he uses to motivate his players, or at least to get the best out of them. I think he used 110 players in this World Cup cycle. It was a stat going around with England. So players come in and out. It was interesting talking with Ed Slater ahead of the England series around, and when I asked him about this, I think his words were, I've got to be careful what I say here, because I think players, when they come back from England camp, come back to the premiership clubs, there's this talk that goes on, and you're either in the Eddie inner circle or you're not, and that can alienate players. And we know that in this era of the modern workforce and workplace, which is essentially what this is, it's a workplace, it's a professional sporting workplace, that not all players react to that kind of that coaching. So I do wonder whether with this next generation of Australian talent coming through, you think of the likes of your Ben Donaldsons, your Mark Nawanganawasis, your Fraser McWrights, and these guys who have progressed from the under-20s team that reached the final there, I think, in 2019. Harry Wilson's another one, whether he would be the right fit for this next group of Australian talent coming through.
Good question. And I think it's the same with whatever a person thinks of a journalist, or a person thinks of a politician, or whatever. People like people or don't like people. People like things people say or don't like things. Whether or not he goes too far, that's quite possible at times. But does he drive high performance? Yes. Are the results there to be shown? Yes. Did he have droves of money and the resources of the RFU behind him in recent years? Yes, he did. But the results are there to show, and they might not be great now, but I think we've probably discussed why that's the case. But he's proven to drive high performance, and that's something that's been told to me in recent weeks and recent months. You speak to former Wallabies, and they all say how they think he's one of the best coaches, and if not the best coach that they've ever experienced. And some like him, some don't like him, but many appreciate the fact that he's a very competent coach.